Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're diving into an important immigration topic, specifically for Lebanese nationals living in the United States, or really anyone that's come from a country that's going through unrest or a natural disaster and looking for relief in the United States. As you may know, with escalating conflicts in the Middle East, USCIS recently designated Lebanon for Temporary Protected Status, or TPS. If you're not familiar with TPS, it's an immigration program that provides temporary legal status and work authorization to people experiencing unsafe conditions in their home countries. This includes but is not limited to armed conflict or environmental disasters. At the time of recording this video, there are 17 countries on TPS, including Lebanon, and I'll put the full list in the description for your reference. As the name Temporary Protected Status suggests, this program is not a permanent program and does not directly lead to residency or citizenship, but can be a very helpful relief for those that need it. So in this video, I'll walk you through what TPS is, how to apply or renew, and share some effective strategies to help you secure your status. Let's get started. First, let's cover the benefits of TPS. The first is legal status. TPS allows its beneficiaries to stay in the US for 18 months, subject to renewal, without the threat of deportation. Next, work authorization. TPS holders can apply for Employment Authorization Document EAD to work legally in the U.S. for the duration of the program. And finally, TPS doesn't conflict with other immigration programs. That means you can hold TPS while maintaining other immigration statuses, like having a pending asylum application. In terms of the process, applying for TPS involves a few steps that vary depending on whether or not you plan on working while being in the program. Here's what you need to know. Step 1. Determine your eligibility. TPS applicants must demonstrate that they have been continuously residing in the U.S. since the effective TPS designation date. For Lebanon, you must have been physically present in the United States on October 16, 2024 in order to be eligible. Additionally, applicants must meet specific requirements, such as having no serious criminal convictions. Step 2. Complete the application form. Applicants must provide detailed information about the reason for their application, past travels, and whether or not they are admissible. Step 3. File for employment authorization if you intend to work in the United States. Make sure to use the latest application form for employment authorization and file it at the same time as your TPS application. Step 4 is optional, and that is to apply for travel permission. This is called advanced parole, and it allows you to temporarily depart and return to the United States. Step 5. Pay the required fees and submit supporting documentation. The fees for applying for TPS vary depending on your age and whether you're also applying for an EAD. You must also provide documents that prove your nationality, such as passport or birth certificate, and evidence of your continuous U.S. residence, such as rent receipts, utility bills, or employment records. Other evidence, such as proving your past travels, may be requested, so if you have those, keep them at hand. Lastly, after submitting your application, you may be required to attend a biometrics appointment where your fingerprints, photos, and signature will be collected. Once completed, USCIS will review your case and notify you of the outcome. If approved, you'll receive your TPS status and, if applied for, your work authorization. Although TPS does not provide a direct path to permanent residency, it can be helpful in the sense that it buys you enough time to figure out options that you may be eligible for. For example, some of my clients that were on TPS got married during their TPS period and applied for adjustment of status. Others found jobs, then transitioned to a work visa through which they received permanent residency. There are several ways to turn a TPS situation into a permanent residency, if that's what you're hoping for. My office has helped many TPS holders find theirs, so if you're on this path, reach out to me and I'll work with you to figure out yours. Make sure to collect and save all your immigration-related documents. This includes proof of continuous residence and identity records because they are necessary for securing approvals for TPS and other immigration programs that you may apply for in the future. If you choose to apply for TPS, you'll want to be wary about a few pitfalls. So here they are, and some tips on how to avoid them. Let's start with the don'ts. Don't ignore or delay your response to legal notices. Failure to respond to notices from USCIS can result in the loss of your status. So make sure you have your latest mailing address updated in your application and that you have electronic alerts turned on. Don't provide false information. Giving inaccurate information, even accidentally, can lead to denial of your application and possible legal consequences. So make sure everything is accurate and consistent. Now let's cover the do's. Do apply early. And I don't just mean submit your TPS application or renewal before the deadline. I mean as early as the day of the first designation. This is because processing times can become very long. The difference in processing times for those who apply in the first few days versus those who apply, say, a couple of weeks later can be months. So keep this in mind. Do keep an eye on the USCIS website. You'll want to be aware of the first day of designation and have access to the latest forms. So try to visit USCIS site as often as you can. The website provides an option to subscribe to USCIS email alerts, so make sure you do that. You can use the link in the description. You can also subscribe to my channel or follow me if you're watching this on Instagram, as I consistently post about the latest immigration news and updates. Now, let's look at some of the most frequently asked questions about temporary protected status. Question number 1. Can I work while waiting for my TPS approval? It depends. If you applied for employment authorization for the first time and you don't have employment authorization through another immigration benefit, you'll need to wait until you receive your approval. But if you're waiting on TPS or employment authorization renewal, you may be eligible for an automatic work authorization extension. Question number 2. Can an employer deny me employment based on TPS being temporary? It is illegal for an employer to discriminate based on your immigration status, provided that you are lawfully present. If an expiration date is approaching as you're about to be hired for a new role, your employer is obliged by law to treat you as someone authorized to work. Question number 3. Will TPS be terminated under the new administration? It is unclear if TPS will be terminated. TPS has been around since 1990 and it is likely to continue, at least in the near future. However, it is always advisable that you think of every possible immigration path that you qualify for. Consult with your immigration attorney to weigh your options and try to move swiftly to avoid delays and processing backlogs. If you found this guide helpful, please share it with others who might benefit, and remember to subscribe to my channel to stay informed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.